Hi, this is Randy. I'm Star Thinker. Uh, I had to come on today to make a confession. First of all, I did shave my beard off, and you can see all my jowls. Double chin. Um, but yeah, I did something really bad, and I know I'm going to catch some flack for this. And so this morning I woke up, and I thought, I'm having some time off, and I thought that I was looking back at an interview on Forrest Fenn, and he said to read the book and then read the poem and memorize it, and then go back and read the book again. So, you know what? Maybe I should order the book. So, I ordered the book. Luckily, we're in Iowa. Iowa has a 3 hour delivery window. So, the book came in just a few minutes ago. So, yeah, I didn't want to, but here it is. One thing I was balking, I was like, $43 for a book. I know this goes to charity, and I applaud that. And but my book is $7, and $6 of that is publishing and shipping. So it's like, where does $43 go? But I've got to say, this is really beautifully done. I've only flipped through it so far. I haven't sat down to read it. I'm surprised. I thought the map was in the book somewhere, and I flipped through it and I could not find a map. The poem is in here, but I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I read it. But I want to explain to you why this is a dangerous and bad thing. I have a solve in mind. I have a location. I have a where warm waters halt, and um, I'm just really convinced that that's it. And I've been watching a lot of interviews and a lot of, I've been trying to get out of the mainstreaming and watching. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there with like 4 or 5 views of people talking about Forrest Fenn's treasure, and I'm trying to watch them all. And so that's, I'm sitting there at work at night. I have like 8 hours sitting at my desk, uh, hitting enter on computers all day. So I've been watching a lot of these interviews. Been also watching a lot of paranormal videos because I still love that. But anyway, a lot of times people talk about stuff, and I'm like, hey, that fits what I was talking about. And when it doesn't fit what I'm talking about, I'm like, not really paying attention. And that's not a good thing. And I keep preaching this. Um, when you have an idea in your head and you're only listening to things that support your idea, it's a bias. That's not good. That's what feeds bad bad habits and everything. So you're only listening to the things that feed what you want to feed, and you're kind of shutting out the things that might be helpful. Because my solve, and I know this fully 100%, is probably not right, but it's stuck in my head. And because it's stuck in my head, I'm closed. I'm not listening to other people. I'm not listening to other ideas. Um, so how does that affect the book? Well, when I read the book, no matter how open I think my mind is going to be, every time I see something, in the back of my head, somewhere in my psyche, in my id, in, back in my brain, in my unconscious, every time I read something that supports my claim, it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb. And every time, the other times that I'm reading stuff that is just filler and doesn't support my claim, I probably am just gonna gloss over it. And in doing so, I'm probably gonna miss actual hints. I'm probably going to miss things that I really need to see. And that's just a warning for everybody. It's hard. It's really, really hard not to feed your bias. And, but I'm going to try and keep an open mind. I watched a video the other day where this guy's solve was like in the deserts of Colorado, and Colorado is like the least searched state, and people don't realize that only half of Colorado is mountains and the other half is this scrubland desert. And his solve was in the desert. There's no water. There's no river nearby. He was basing it on what you can see from an airplane. And I'm like, of course, I'm closing it down. I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. And I'm just, all right, on to the next one. But what if something like that is correct? And I'm not open to it because you're too ingrained in your own solve. And it's not just my solve. I have like a secondary location and a tertiary location. So it's like I have backups that are in the back of my head, but you know, even so, I'm not going to be looking for things that doesn't fit. Even though I am subconsciously, I'm probably going to overlook things. So just a warning to you guys: if you have a solve and you're just looking for ways to, like in my solve, I've zoomed in on Google Earth and I've looked at pictures and I'm like, I gotta find something that corroborates why this is right, because you can only get the first one or two or three clues from maps, from the internet, from Google. The rest, you got to go there and walk around, and I firmly believe that. I've talked about this before, where the clues are going to funnel you to the chest, and so hopefully I can read this book with an open mind. It's funny because I sat down with my granddaughter and I let her read the poem, and she's 7 years old, going on 8, and I just taught her how to ride a bike just yesterday, so it was really neat. But I'm proud of all my grandkids, and yeah, as I let her sit down and read the poems, and I was like, "What do you think that means?" And she goes, "Well, I think it's in the mountains," and I'm like, "Okay." And then we got distracted by a water fight. So, but yeah, it's like, get fresh ideas, share it. You never know. You might share this with someone and they just get so interested and they'll bring fresh ideas, and it might counteract your bias a little bit. Some people, you might not have a bias. Before I found the spot, and I'm still not going to say where it is, but when I found the spot, I found it because other people had also found it. And when I found it, I Googled and I was like, oh man, like 20 people have been there already. And I was reading the accounts of the people who've been there. I'm like, but they all went this way and I want to go this way. So yeah, I want to go there and get boots on the ground and just see for myself what people are missing, and see for myself. And I know, I'm prepared. I know that it's probably not right, but you know what? I need a vacation. You guys are all on home quarantines and stuff. I've been going to work every single friggin' night. And, yeah, I'm waiting for this to be over. Of course, I'm the only. Well, there's 3 of us that are actually still going to work and keeping the building safe and stuff. I'm in IT, but we do support the entire North American continent. They just closed our factories in Mexico, so there was a little bit gone. We can't ship anything to our Canadian company. So between the 3 of us, we're just really kept busy because there's still a lot of factories open. And I need a vacation. And all my coworkers, there's like 200-300 people from the office. They're just working from home. And, I kind of sneak and look at what they're doing, and I'm like, they did 2 things today, and that's probably an hour's worth of work. And I kind of want, I don't want to go to work for 8 hours, and I'm working my butt off because I'm setting stuff up for them to do at home. And so I'm setting up stuff for 6-7 people to do at home, and still trying to get my work done. And it's just a thing. But yeah, so it's the weekend, and I'm gonna try. It's warm out. I think it's sunny. They've been calling for rain every day. They're like, oh, tomorrow's a 60-70% chance of rain, and then the day comes and they're like, oh, it's a 10-20% chance of rain. So hopefully it's not going to rain today. It's warm enough to sit outside. And yeah, I'll read the book, and hopefully I won't overlook something that I'm not supposed to overlook, because that's the hardest thing. So yeah. And there's people that are going to be like, oh, you're a poem purist, now you bought the book. And, well, phooey on you. So, anyway, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm here with John and Priscilla and Tink, and we're going to get this done. So, have a good day, and hopefully I didn't disappoint everybody by buying the book. But I will read it and find out what I'm missing. So, anyway, have a good day. This is Star Thinker. Go ahead. Don't forget, I got books on Amazon. Look up Randy Pischel. All my Kindle books are free, by the way. I set it to 0 because I don't really care. But and then all my other books they're on there. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm supposed to go upstairs and make lunch for the kids. So Take care, and we'll talk to you later.